Hello, in this video I shall be discussing 5 topics. The first topic is Indian Navy Day. So we have a day to observe the special prominence of Navy of India. So that is celebrated on December 4th. So on this day we think and reiterate about the achievements of Indian Navy and the sacrifices of martyrs in Indian Navy. And this particular day is chosen because that is the day on which we had an operation called Operation Trident. So this was a Navy operation as part of Indo-Pakistan War that took place on the same day of 4th December 1971. In 1971 there was a war between India and Pakistan, and in this particular war Navy played a prominent role with this name of an operation called Operation Trident. In this particular operation, Indian Navy sank 4 Pakistani vessels, a symbol of a win. So these 4 Pakistani vessels were sank, and so much of Navy is all destroyed of belonging to Pakistan. So this is a victory on part of Indian Navy in that war of 1971. So the date of this war is December 4th, 1971. So Indian Navy Day is also celebrated since then on December 4th. Every year this Indian Navy Day will be given a theme. So this particular theme for the year is Indian Navy Combat Ready, Credible and Cohesive. So Indian Navy is combat ready, it is ready all the time to fight, and it is having credibility and cohesive. It is going to have a group teamwork. So this is what the present theme for 2020 is given to Indian Navy Day. The next topic is Nisarg Gram. Nisarg Gram is going to be built in Pune NIN campus. We know in Pune a famous institute called National Institute of Naturopathy is present. So in this particular campus of National Institute of Naturopathy in Pune, the government is planning to build a special part or a part in that campus called Nisarg Gram. So this Nisarg Gram is going to deal with naturopathic courses. So in this way it is going to give good impetus to this particular subject of naturopathy in India, because Mahatma Gandhi in the past he held a campaign called Nature Cure campaign. This campaign was led by the Mahatma Gandhi in 1946. So as part of this campaign, the National Institute of Naturopathy wants to even emphasize on naturopathy, bringing the past campaign of 1946. So in order to give prominence to this, it is going to build this Nisarg Gram in this particular campus of National Institute of Naturopathy. And this particular campaign that was launched by Mahatma Gandhi in 1946 was in Nisarg Upchar Ashram. So there used to be an ashram in a village near Pune. So this comes under Pune. So in that ashram, he held Nature Cure campaign. He used to reiterate on nature and naturopathy. So in order to bring this again into light, this particular naturopathy in India, Nisarg Gram is going to come up in Pune. The next topic is Theremin. Theremin is the name of a musical instrument. So this musical instrument has a prominence. We'll see that. It is developed by Leon Theremin. He was the one who discovered this Theremin musical instrument, and this particular year of 2020 is the 100th birthday of Theremin. So by this year, the discovery of Theremin has completed 100 years of its journey. This is a very special instrument because it is the world's first electronic instrument. So now we have developed electronic guitars and all, but this is the first one. World's first electronic instrument is Theremin. And this will work with electromagnetic waves modulation. So the sound from this particular instrument comes with the modulation or modulating electromagnetic waves. So in which the player doesn't at all need to touch the instrument. So even without touching the instrument, if he can be able to modulate electromagnetic waves, he can produce musical sounds from Theremin. So this is a very important or a very significant thing of Theremin. This has got 2 parts. One to control tone and the other to control volume. They are vertical antenna and looped antenna. So these 2 things must be controlled. Apart from that, all will be modulated by electromagnetic waves. So this is about Theremin, and it has completed 100 years from its discovery by this year. The next topic is Burevi. Burevi is in news recently. This is a cyclone, and the name is given by Maldives because it is approaching India. It was approaching India from Maldives. So it was developed in North Indian Ocean. So it took a shape in North Indian Ocean. and it is developed from Maldives. So Maldives gave this name of Burevi. So in this particular year we shall see some statistics about cyclones. So Tamil Nadu was hit by 3 cyclones in these 2 years of 2018 and 2020. So the first cyclone was Gaja cyclone. It made a huge news in 2018 when Chennai was very much impacted by it. And in this year of 2020 came Nivar very recently, and 7 days after Nivar this Burevi was formed, and it was known to be approaching Tamil Nadu, but it eventually got weakened. But totally Tamil Nadu will see these range of cyclones all the time in this particular month. And in 2020 itself, North Indian Ocean developed 5 cyclones. We shall just have a view of what are they. So North Indian Ocean with these 5 cyclones in 2020 developing these cyclones is a big news this year. The first one is Nisarga cyclone, Gati cyclone, Nivar cyclone, Amphan cyclone, and the next is Burevi cyclone. So Gaja is not a North Indian Ocean cyclone. It was brought here, it came to India, it hit Tamil Nadu from Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea, both put together. So, but these 5 are exclusively from North Indian Ocean. They took shape in North Indian Ocean in 2020. So this is a little history of the cyclones in this particular year. The next topic is HSN code. The full form of HSN is Harmonized System of Nomenclature. So this code will have 8 digits in it. This is developed by World Customs Organization. So by this we can know that this is something about income tax and all, taxation and all. So the Customs Department, World Customs Organization developed this 8-digit number called HSN code. So we use it in India also. This is an international standardized system of names and numbers. So this customs department will give numbering names to products that are traded. So this naming or numbering will include this 8-digit code. So this will classify traded products. So whatever products are under trade, every product will be classified. So this classification will be done with this HSN, Harmonized System of Nomenclature. This is recently in news because recently in India, CBIC, the Central Board of Indirect Taxes, so CBEC has given it announced something that all the tax invoices for 49 chemical products that the CBIC chose must have 8 digits compulsorily written on them. So tax invoice is a statement. So in this statement we'll have the GST content. So regarding GST, regarding various tax charges for any product that we buy. So this tax invoice must compulsorily have 8 digits from now on with respect to HSN code. So it must have complete HSN code, especially to 49 chemical products that CBIC chose. So this is in view of protection of the products and trading of those products. So these tax invoices for 49 chemical products are now going to have compulsorily 8 digits on them from now on. So this is recently told by the CBIC. So as this is in news, I just wanted to say what HSN code is. So these are all the 5 topics for today, and thank you.